The following is a Shaw TV sports presentation.
Hello and welcome to St. Joesph High School in Saskatoon for Shaw TV's coverage of the Saskatoon Senior Boys Volleyball Championship. My name's Kerry Alcorn. I'll be doing the play-by-play this evening. I'm joined by longtime high school, club, and university coach Adam Ewart. Adam, you've played both these teams. Tell us what we're going to see.
Yeah, we'll start with the favorite, Holy Cross. Undefeated in league play this year. A lot of depth on the team, although they are still fairly young. Led by their two setters, Ben Lindsley, Marcus Wagner. I don't know if we'll see the depth, but a real solid team, very nice team. St. Joe's probably my vote for most improved team. Excellent job in the second half of the season. I think they're missing one starting left side tonight, but I think this should be a great match.
A bit of a repeat of last year's final, which St. Joe's won in a bit of an upset as well. They get a free ball this time and a tip for a kill. That was Clausen with the tip on the left side. First point to St. Joe's.
Yeah, a little Ben Lindsley should have been on that ball, I think, on the line shot from Cross, but waited a little too long.
Erlinson with a jump float. Passed better this time by Holy Cross. Outside. Off the block and down. That's a kill by Carlson.
Carlson does a good job on a pretty fast set out there. Gets an unstable block from Soretsky, goes high off the hands.
Ross Tilk will serve for Holy Cross. We're tied 1-1, game one. Good pass that time by St. Joe's. They go back to the middle player. And another tip kill. That time by Erlinson.
Yeah, Erlinson one-on-one in the middle, right? Set and timing not quite there, but does a good job of keeping the ball in play, and that's two easy digs maybe for Cross that they'd like to have back.
Erlinson will serve, standing float. Brisk pass that time, dug by St. Joe's. They go right side, Soretsky with the kill through the block.
That's nice when you can have a left-handed setter, especially out on the right side, his strong side, and Soretsky just give you a little turn and burn there and gets the kill.
St. Joe's leads 3-1. Erlinson will serve again. Decent pass that time, outside again. Bit of a fooler, dug by St. Joe's, but the ball is not attacked over. Point Holy Cross.
Yeah, number 14 for St. Joe's, Dylan Funk, trying to come across and make a play on it. Wasn't able to. Again, fast offense for Cross, but they're not really getting a good connection. Might be a little too fast.
Wagner will serve for Holy Cross with a jump float. Good tough serve. Passed at the attack line. Outside they go. Dug by Holy Cross. Bit of a transition opportunity. And that's off the block and down.
That's a good kill from Carlson. Another fast set. That time Soretsky gets his feet there, but has to reach out to the line. Might want to start a little wider and build in a little bit, but nonetheless a kill for Carlson.
Wagner will serve. 3-3, game one. Bit of a finger serve on that one.
Yeah, sometimes in the jump float they forget the jump part.
Soretsky will serve. 4-3. He's got a jump float. Deeper serve. High pass, but off the net. Outside they go. Dug that time easily by St. Joe's. Outside.
Marcus Wagner gets away. Gets a lucky dig there, and a ball drilled at his head. At least he got his hands up quick. But St. Joe's can't take an advantage of a free ball that comes over the net.
That is one fast transition. Carlson will serve for Holy Cross. 4-4. Good pass that time. Outside again for St. Joe's. And that's blocked straight down. Lindsley with the block.
Good job on a block from Lindsley. Good penetration, solid stuff block.
Holy Cross has their first lead in game number one. 5 serving 4. Carlson to serve. Better pass this time by St. Joe's. They go back. And that's blocked again, straight down.
Yeah, on this one now, St. Joe's in a little bit of a tough rotation here with number 15, Lane Schroeder, the grade 10, struggling out on the left side a little bit, so they elect to go to the right side, and Justin Clausen gets stuffed.
Carlson again with the serve. Bit of a 2-pass that time. They go right side again. And that's past the block, but out the side.
Yeah, better shot from Carlson in terms of timing, but he rotates his hand a little bit too much, catches the side of the ball, and it goes out of bounds.
7-4 now, Holy Cross leads. They've jumped out to a bit of a lead here. Carlson continues to serve. Deeper serve, tough pass this time. Shorter with the tip, and that's out of bounds.
Yeah, so St. Joe's stuck in this rotation, can't find a way out. Doesn't look like middle's an option at all, so they're using the 2 corner hitters. On that one, Schroeder, again, being a little bit younger, he needs to take a swing on that. He's one-on-one at the corner. Try and get a rip on it.
Better pass this time. Middle set, and there's a kill.
I like that set from Soretsky to Funk. Funk puts it away. Maybe Soretsky waiting a little bit too long, but at a good pass allows him to use his hitters effectively, and Funk, grade 51 ball.
Clausen had a good pass last time around. He serves a jump float, deep line. Tough pass from Holy Cross. Back set. That one never had a chance. Transition opportunity. Shorter off the block, but dug. Outside again. Off the block, but dug by Holy Cross. And they go with a really fast pipe. It looked like Carlson coming out of position 6.
Yeah, again, it's interesting to watch Cross's offense, right? Speed can kill both ways. It's great when it's effective, puts pressure on blockers, but when it's not, they're giving up a lot of free balls here, and they're lucky that St. Joe's can't take advantage.
That first set on the back set was very, very low, not hittable. Good tough serve that time. And a free ball coming to Holy Cross. Not a good pass this time. And a free ball coming back, perhaps. No.
Sometimes for Cross, you got Lindsay and Wagner, both setters by trade, right? Not necessarily used to having to hit balls and pass a lot of balls, and sometimes it costs them.
Funk to serve, and that's out the back.
A good miss by Funk, right? Good aggressive serve. At least makes Cross make a decision in terms of whether the ball's in or out.
Lindsley serving for Holy Cross.
Holy Cross leads 10-6. Lindsley will serve. Looks like a jump float or jump spin serve into the tape.
Now maybe Ben not getting quite a toss that's far enough out in front so he can approach into it a little bit high and behind him.
Schroeder will serve. He'll hit a spin serve as well. Bit of a banana out the back.
Yeah, if you're St. Joe's right now, right, you're kind of hanging around here. Those missed serves will start to pile up and kill you.
Josh Thorson serving for Holy Cross.
Thorson will serve. 11-7. He'll hit a spin serve as well. Passed well, though, by St. Joe's. They go middle. Attacked out the side that time by Erlinson.
Yeah, you don't want Thorson to get on a run here. He's probably the most consistent jump server in the league. Does a really good job with a good toss, solid approach, and he can be dangerous if he gets back there too many times.
12-7, Holy Cross leads, game number 1.
Yeah, that's a great call, caught the back line. Again, Thorson, right, starting to feel a little more comfortable. Great timeout by Coach Thompson here. Maybe make him think about it a bit, but Cross gets a little bit of a run and a couple of good jump serves.
You like to see a high school server who can hit a number of different spike serves. So his first one, he hit it hard down the line. The second one looked like the toss was maybe a little off, but he took a little bit of speed off and hit a bit of a banana to deep one.
Yeah, he does a really good job of making things consistent and putting pressure on passers. And again, for St. Joe's, they did get a good pass on the first ball. Ran middle, didn't quite get what they wanted. Now they give up an ace. So great timeout by Coach Thompson. Hopefully he gets at least a missed serve or maybe a serve that's a little easier to pass and they can run some offense.
We've talked about the high school timeout before and how the intent is to break the rhythm of the server. So we'll see if Coach Thompson's ploy has paid off here. Thorson to serve. It is 13-7. Holy Cross leads in game number 1 of this best of 5 Saskatoon Senior Boys High School Championship. Took a little bit off that one. Passed easily by Erlinson. They go outside. And that's off the block and down.
That's nice set by Soretsky, right? Gets the middle blocker to commit a little bit and then not getting out there quite as fast. And a good shot off the hands for a point.
Evertman with the kill. He'll serve now. 8-13. Jump float. Good tough serve. Tough pass. Wagner with the attack. That looked like it went through the seam.
Yeah, great shot from Wagner. You can see the St. Joseph blockers, maybe a little bit of a discussion there in one that kind of got away. The ball was out past the antenna. No real options other than cross court.
Ross Tilk to serve. Deep floats. Not a good pass this time by St. Joe's. Good bump set though. But that's attacked out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a great bump set and a good aggressive swing from Clausen, right? He maybe wants that one back a little bit, but I like the fact they're staying aggressive here.
Tilk to serve again. Good deep serve again. Another not so good pass. And a down ball coming.
There it is right there, right? Didn't get it the first time. I like the fact that he didn't make the easy play there. Just took a little bit off it, but puts a little more pressure on Holy Cross defensively, who elected not to block.
So Erlandson serves, 9-15. St. Joe's needs to get a bit of run going here if they want to close the gap here. Good pass that time by the middle player. Well dug in the back row. And a down ball again. Nice attack that time on the down ball. And Wagner one-on-one gets roofed.
Yeah. Again, if I'm Ben Lindsley, I may want that set back. You got Jackson Listwin up against Dylan Funk. A little bit of a mismatch there with the middles. I probably would have went there at least once to see what he can do. The longer those middles go without getting any balls, the harder it becomes to hit tempo and timing.
Holy Cross with a good pass. They go middle, and it's blocked again.
And then on that one, maybe he wants to go to a different place, right? But great block from Funk. But if you're Listwin, you got to hit a shot there, right? You're one-on-one. There's no way you want to be hitting that ball into 6. Maybe a little bit slow on the tempo there.
Tough pass this time by Holy Cross. Outside. And the kill cross court.
Ben Carlson with the kill.
Nice finish from Carlson. Finds a seam between the blockers, puts it away.
Marcus Wagner up to serve for the Holy Cross.
Wagner will serve, 16-11. He'll hit a jump float. Good tough serve, pass well by Schroeder. Outside they go. Okay, beats the block cross court.
That's a great dig from Will Gray, unfortunately up into the net, right? But good positioning, reaches out to make a play on it. It's a tough break for Cross.
Soreski to serve for St. Joe's. Deep jump float. Bit of a 2-pass that time. Outside they go, tight. And Lindsley with the tip kill.
Yeah, it's not a bad set from Marcus, but again, Ben not normally being a left side player, a little late getting his feet to the ball, but makes a good play by keeping the ball in play and gets a kill.
Carlson will serve for Holy Cross. Short, brisk pass this time. Free ball coming to Holy Cross. Better pass that time by Lindsley. They go back. Dug easily by St. Joe's. And another roll for a kill.
Cross having a little bit of trouble with those roll shots. There's been at least 3 or 4 times where they've scored on balls St. Joe's, so that may be something to watch here. But anytime Joe's is in trouble, maybe keeping balls in play to put more pressure on Cross defensively is a good thing.
Those are very, very short roll shots as well. Tough serve this time, cross court. Outside they go. And off the top of the block and down.
Thorson, nice roll shot, takes something off it again, right, against a pretty solid St. Joe's block, and scores a point.
I thought Soreski had to get off that line there. That ball looked like it was past the antenna. He needs to move into the court on that. Listwin will serve. Tough serve, not a good pass this time. Point Holy Cross.
That Cross has got a good serving team, right? They can put a lot of pressure on you, a lot of jump float servers, a couple spin servers. Doing a good job here of putting a lot of pressure on St. Joe's service reception.
Listwin will serve, 19-13, game number 1. A little help from the tape there. Outside it goes. And that ball is blocked down. Point Holy Cross.
A solid block from Cross and a good play from St. Joe's. Bad pass, right? Get a release set in there from Clausen and an opportunity to swing. Cross is there, makes the block.
Listwin continues to serve, 20-13. That was a great serve. That thing had some vapor on it.
Yeah, it's a great serve by Listwin, flat, right? making St. Joe's make a decision. Is that ball in? Is it out? That one might have been out, but it was pretty close to catching the back line, so passer makes a late decision, and as a result of that, they get the ace.
That one was coming hard, so I'm not sure you can change your mind that quickly on something moving that quickly.
That's true, for sure. It's definitely difficult. As I mentioned before, Holy Cross does a good job with their servers when they get on a roll, serving different tempos, different locations sometimes, and putting a lot of pressure on St. Joe's service reception.
Holy Cross has served very, very well. St. Joe's, they've struggled to put 2 or 3 serves together here, so they trail now 13-21 in game number 1 of this best of 5 Senior Boys City Championship.
And the pressure put on St. Joe's too. Also, they can't run any middle now, so a lot of corner balls makes it way easier for Cross, for their blockers for sure, to always have 2 guys out there that are nice and solid.
Holy Cross fans getting into the game now. This one to serve at 21-13. Good tough serve again. That one is out.
Yeah, good run from him, right? That's what we would consider a good miss. He did his job, right? And even that one, he's not missing a ball into the net or out the side. It floats a little bit too much out the back.
Funk will serve. Good pass that time. Back set, again a little bit low.
Yeah, so Marcus, if you're watching this, you got to finish those back sets. You know, he's kind of flicking his hands a little bit, and sometimes when you don't finish those sets, it's loopy. So you're trying to go real fast, and you flick the ball instead of reaching behind you with your hands and finishing.
Lindsley with the serve. Good pass by St. Joe's. Free ball coming though. Passed well by Tilk. They go to Wagner. Past the antenna. And St. Joe's struggled to retrieve the tip.
Yeah, again for Joe's, right, that first contact, they need to get a good pass to Soretsky so he can try and dial up some offense here.
23-14. Lindsay will serve. Game number 1, spike serve. Schroeder with a tough pass again. Good up that time by Soretsky. Dug easily by Holy Cross. They go middle. And Erlinson is up to the challenge.
Yeah, for sure, great block from him. He was ready to go, takes away the angle on the middle attack, gets a stop block.
Lane Schroeder up to serve for St.
Schroeder will
Joe's.
serve. They trail. St. Joe's trails 15-23 though. They got some room to grow here. He'll hit a spike serve. Not with his hand, I don't think.
Yeah, so that one for Schroeder again, high kind of toss. Doesn't get a good approach on it. Might be better off to stay in the ground and make Cross pass the ball.
Thorson will serve at game point here. He had a very good run his first time through. Not so much that time.
And there we can see the risk from a jump serve, right? Sometimes when the toss goes bad, you only get one toss, you can't catch it, start again, so miss hit.
16-24, St. Joe's trails. And they lose game number 1 on a missed serve. Sort of tells the story in game number 1, Adam.
Yeah, too many errors for St. Joe's, I think, on service reception and some missed serves. Solid game from Cross. They serve the ball really, really well. And if they can continue to put pressure on St. Joe's, it's going to make this match difficult for Joe's.
True enough. So Holy Cross takes game number 1, 25-16, rather easily. We'll be back with game number 2 in a minute. And we're back at St. Joseph High School for game number 2 of the Senior Boys City Final. Adam, Holy Cross won that first game rather easily. If you're the coach of St. Joe's, what have you said between games?
Yeah, I think if I'm Coach Thompson here, we did some great things in terms of balls being out of system where we didn't pass our best and we got some swings. We want to continue that. But definitely for St. Joe's, they want to find a way to get to these Holy Cross servers a little early, whether that's getting that platform out a little quicker, trying to get a better read on the server before they serve the ball so that they can get a good pass and try and open up some options for them offensively.
Ben Carlson will start game 2 for Holy Cross. Good deep serve that time. Tight set, blocked well. That's Lindsay with the stop block at the net.
Athletic block there from Ben, gets his feet out, good penetration, and again on that one, not a bad pass, but Nathan Soretsky a little slow to get his feet there, and as a result of that, ball kind of drifted a bit too tight.
Carlson to serve again, 1-0 Holy Cross. Tough serve again, and a free ball coming to Holy Cross. You want a better free ball pass on that, I think. Attempted middle attack fails.
Yeah, nice try from Marcus on the force, right? Maybe a pass when it pushes that setter to the kind of the right side of the court, it becomes real difficult to come back across and set a ball.
Funk will serve, sorry. Evertman, 2 pass that time from Holy Cross. They go back. Dug this time by St. Joe's. Free ball given. Wagner with the pass. They go middle. And that ball did not cross the net. That time from Listwin.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe a little miscommunication. Listwin, you know, a little bit late on that. Not quite swinging as fast as he probably should to beat the St. Joe's blockers. That timing needs to be a little crisp.
Evertman will serve for St. Joe's. Tough serve, passed by the middle player. And that's Wagner called on 2 contacts.
Yeah, interestingly here now we have a reversal where St. Joe's put some pressure on Holy Cross. Holy Cross just needs to get a pass.
Evertman to serve. Tough serve down the line. There's another bad pass. Free ball coming to St. Joe's. Pass by Schroeder. They go middle. Tip, this time dug by Holy Cross. Outside again. Dug that time by St. Joe's. Back set.
Good shot from Lindsley there. Great sequence from Holy Cross. And now I'm putting things together a little bit better for St. Joe's with Lane Schroeder. And I mentioned earlier they had a left side that's missing. Schroeder's normally a middle player for them. And right now he's having to play a little bit of a different position and maybe take some more balls that he's not used to. But they can still battle here and make this interesting.
Better back set that time, I thought, from Wagner. Listwin to serve. Good tough serve. Very, very difficult to pass. That's a point to Holy Cross.
Yeah, Listwin does a great job with that jump float serve. Jumps really well, hits a good, flat, aggressive serve. Definitely difficult to pass.
We're tied at 3 in game number 2. Holy Cross won the first one, 25-16. Good serve again. Better pass this time. Erlinson with a bit of a roll shot. Outside they go. One-on-one kill that time by Thorson.
Yeah, it's a great swing from him, right? He's one-on-one. Not sure where Erlinson was from Joe's on that middle block position, right? He wants to get out there and try and have 2 blockers up.
Holy Cross takes its first lead of game number 2. Looked like it might have been out. Shorter with the pass though. 61 to Erlinson.
I like the play, right? Good play call. Maybe a little bit of a lack of connection again with these middles on both sides of the net. It could be because they just don't see very many balls.
Erlinson will serve. Holy Cross called another rotation.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where we're at here because I wasn't watching Cross's side, but it could be Marcus Wagner. It could be Ben Lindsley too.
I think Wagner might have left a little early. Lead to St. Joe's, 5-4. Good pass that time. They go outside again. Touch at the net. Free ball coming to St. Joe's. Schroeder with the pass, tight. Soretsky with the push. Another opportunity here. Dug this time by St. Joe's. Back set to Schroeder. He chips the ball. Back set again by Lindsley. Dug by Schroeder. Out of bounds.
A decent rally there. Started off a little bit ugly, but both sides kind of cleaned it up there. And a good play from Cross to finish on the kill.
So we're tied at 5. Coach Gavlis has just arrived. So all of a sudden everybody's tense. Tight pass that time from St. Joe's.
Joe's again has struggled throughout to kind of pass on first contact. Good pressure by Holy Cross servers.
Holy Cross back in the lead, 6-5, game number 2. They took the first game rather easily. Lindsley to serve. Good serve, tight pass again. Free ball to Holy Cross. They go middle to Tilk. And he gets a kill
from Tilk there, right? Finally gets a swing at a ball and puts it away.
Lindsley will continue to serve here. Holy Cross has had some good serving runs in both game number 1 and 2. And that's an ace serve from Lindsley again.
Yeah, it's kind of been the story early here is Cross's ability to have different types of servers. You know, good jump float followed by a spin serve, and they're very consistent. Hit the ball hard and in the court.
St. Joe's has got 4-man rotation right now in preparation for this spin serve. Lindsley finally misses one though, so point to St. Joe's. Soretsky will serve.
A good adjustment from Coach Thompson to throw 4 guys out there sometimes, right? The more guys you have passing those spin serves, maybe you get lucky and it hits one of them.
Soretsky with the jump float, deep in the court, but out.
And I thought it might have got Thorson's top of his hands there on the way out, and he's calling that he touched it. So Thorson, it got his hands on the way out. He called a touch. Not really sure I would have done that, but nonetheless, he called his own touch. And Joe's going to get a point.
Good bit of sportsmanship there from Holy Cross, especially Josh Thorson. Good for him to say, yeah, I touched it. It did seem to leap all of a sudden. Deep serve again. 2 pass from Holy Cross outside to Wagner. Bit of a sidearm swing there for the kill.
A good play from Lindsley. Ball that's set out to Wagner, but Wagner makes no mistake.
So Thorson again, he's got some good karma working for him here. We'll see how he does on a spin serve. Tough pass this time. St. Joe's gives up a free ball. Wagner with the pass. They go outside. And there's a kill down the line.
A great sequence from Cross offensively. Tilk able to hold the middle blocker from St. Joe's. Leaves Carlson one-on-one, and he makes no mistake.
Just watching those St. Joe's passers, they seem to be going down as the ball is coming over the net. They got to be down waiting for it. They seem to be getting beat in front of them. Thorson with a spin serve again, short. Tough pass again. Good set outside, but it's attacked out of bounds.
Just a miss from Kloss and from Joes. He's got to try and keep that ball in play to keep more pressure on Cross. Again, Thorson, the more he gets back there, the more comfortable he is. Seems to really load his body into it, right? Gets jumps really high and consistent. Except for that one.
Yeah, you cursed him on that one, just out the back.
Justin Clausen serving.
Justin Clausen will serve though. St. Joe's trails 8-11, game number 2. Jump float from him, good serve. Tough pass there from Thorson.
Yeah, and there's another example, right, of the passer. Body in not a bad position, but stands up and drops the platform and gets aced.
9-11, game number 2. Clausen will serve. Deeper serve this time, not a good pass. Outside it goes, tight though. Dug that time. Good attack that time on a tight pass by Ben Carlson. Tight set rather.
Cross gets away with one there. Joes should have definitely had a couple blockers up on that one. Out of system, ball tight to the net, and he still has room to maneuver around that block.
Holy Cross leads 12-9. Tilk with the serve, into the net. Point St. Joe's.
St. Joe's gets a break here, right? Cross hasn't missed too many serves, so they need to take advantage of it.
Dylan Funk will serve. 10-12. Short pass this time. Outside it goes, off the block and down.
A good bump set from Ben Lindsley on what wasn't a great pass. And good job from Carlson to get a good swing out of it.
Wagner will serve. 13-10. Jump float. Good tough serve, good pass that time. They go 31 to Erlinson. Dug by Holy Cross. Outside, off the block, but blocked down that time by Erlinson.
That's a good job there from Joes. They at least have 2 blockers up on that one and take advantage of it, starting with a good serve from the end line.
Schroeder will serve now. 11-13. Spin serve. Schroeder's having a tough time finding his range here.
Yeah, he could definitely shove that one, I think. You know, Joes is close. They're hanging around again. They just can't afford ball served into the net.
Carlson will serve. Jump float. Deep serve cross court. And that's Clausen with the pipe kill.
That's a good job offensively from St. Joe's. Soretsky just changing things up a little bit, right? Runs a pipe set to Clausen, who bangs the ball.
Everettman to serve. Good pass that time. They go 31, but blocked at the net by Erlandson. Bit of miscommunication here. Erlandson again with the block. They go 31. Dug by Schroeder. Clausen with it a chance. That looked like a carry to here.
That was an interesting rally. Some ball handling issues maybe, but Joe's taking advantage of it again. Need to keep putting some pressure on Holy Cross here. They're finally closing the gap.
Clausen with a merciful kill in that rally.
They called for out of rotation again. Guys leaving early. Ben Lindsley just cutting too far. He's got to start inside of Jackson Listwin, and he just left early. Ref's being pretty tight on the rotations here.
So we're tied at 14. Really, really short pass. Tight set. Looked like a bit of a net violation, though.
That's a right call, but it was a late call nonetheless.
Jackson Listwin serving.
Listwin will serve. 15-14. Tight game here in game number 2. Good tough serve. Schroeder with a tough pass.
Yeah, Schroeder looking a little bit uncomfortable back there at times. He's just got to get his feet to the ball and let his platform do the work, but he's got a lot of moving parts on service reception.
16-14. Holy Cross leads game number 2. That's a really tough serve. Probably out of bounds. Clausen doing his best off the net, but no kill.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily mind the decision, but again, when you're off balance like that, you got to recognize it and live to play for another day. We just call it recycle the ball. You got to reach high like he did, but you're not trying to wail away on it. You're just trying to keep it in play, and again, put a little more pressure on Cross. So I like the decision, just execution.
Used to drive me crazy when players who were trying to hit a ball from off the net try to hit a line shot. You've got the biggest part of the court, cross court. Make a smart decision and hit the ball with spin cross court.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, especially in high school, right? You can't afford a lot of unforced errors. You want to try and keep balls in play. And there are times where you're going to swing hard, and that's definitely not one of those times. You want to get a swing out of it, but it's got to be consistent.
So we've been tight all through game number 2, but Holy Cross now out to a bit of a 3-point lead, 17-14. Again, they won game 1 rather easily, and they want to gain a stranglehold here in the City Boys High School Championship. Listwin will serve. Good tough serve again. Schroeder with the top pass, and a fan has a souvenir.
Yeah, Listwin with that jump float, he just bangs away on it. Keeps putting pressure on St. Joe's passers, and every time he's back there, he's getting a run of 5 or 6.
That's a very, very tough jump float, no question about it. Hopefully we haven't cursed him on this one. No. Yes, we did.
Yeah, and that one was close, right? That's not necessarily a bad miss. Every time he's back there, he's putting pressure on him. Coach Thompson doing a good job with the personnel that he has, trying to make some changes and get a side out.
15-18, St. Joe's trails. Tight pass this time.
I like that swing from Funk. Over bump right at the net. My ball, and he rips it.
So a bit of life here for St. Joe's. Erlandson will serve again. 16-18. Good serve. Got the front row power hitter. Tight pass. Easy play from Schroeder. Outside it goes to Clausen. That one he hits line. Soretsky with the hit. Outside. Oh, a late block there by Soretsky.
It's a good sequence there from St. Joe's. They've got Cross in a little bit of a weaker rotation here. Tilk not getting the ball. Most of the balls going high ball or the occasional back set. St. Joe's blockers should definitely be ready and always having 2 guys up here.
Better pass that time. Dug this time by Erlandson. Free ball coming to Holy Cross. That's a better free ball pass. Tilt goes. And a back set that time. Lindsley with the kill.
That's a great job from Marcus Wagner. Just what I was alluding to previously. Tilk wasn't getting the ball, so he gives him the ball. Doesn't get the kill, but in the next sequence, he gets the middle blocker to jump and commit with Tilk. Goes out to Lindsay, who's one-on-one.
Lindsley will serve. He's done a very good job serving for Holy Cross tonight. Spin serve coming. Out the back.
A miss hit on that one, so again, advantage for St. Joe's here. They keep hanging around. They're only a point down. They can continue to put some pressure on Cross. It'll make things interesting.
Soretsky to serve with a jump float, deep in the court. Tough pass that time. Outside they go to Wagner. He hits it out of bounds, but St. Joe's called it a net violation.
It's a tough break for Joe's. Again, we've said it before that both Wagner and Lindsley, setters by trade, maybe not the strongest left side attackers, although they're athletic. On that one, Marcus booms the ball out of bounds, but it's a net violation on St. Joe's.
Thorson to serve at 20-18. Good spin serve. Tough pass to Schroeder. Free ball coming to Holy Cross. Off the net. Good pass this time. And Schroeder hits it off the net. And some concern.
Tough break there. The first set from Lindsley I thought was good. The second one from Wagner obviously should have been called. As an attacker, when you're almost looking like you're a tray server at a restaurant holding the ball out, right? That one should have been called, wasn't. And then unfortunately for Joe's, you know, they get the swing on it, but whether or not it touched the Holy Cross blocker, I don't think it did. And it's a tough break for Joe's. They definitely should have had the point on that one, but nonetheless, they got a side out here.
Thorson continues to serve. 21-18 now. Holy Cross leads game number 2. They won game number 1. Good serve again. Well passed. They go middle.
A nice swing from Funk. And a great pass from Clausen. And that's a good job from St. Joe's to battle back when you don't get the call.
St. Joe's will want to run here from Clausen. Good tough serve, but passed well. On the back row goes Thorson. Dug this time by Clausen. Schroeder with the kill across court.
That's a great sequence from both teams again. I like the set to Thorson, a quick pipe. Well dug by St. Joe's in the back set to Schroeder, and he actually pounded that one.
Well, Schroeder's got a bit of a physique. He looks like he could hurt somebody.
Yeah, definitely in a cross-body hitter, so that right side seems to make him a lot more comfortable.
High off the block, but dug by St. Joe's. Outside. Blocked at the net, but recovered by St. Joe's. They go right side to Wagner. And he gets the kill.
Good swing from Wagner, good positioning from Clausen, right? Wagner puts some heat on the ball, and he's in the right position, just can't quite control it.
So back and forth we go. Holy Cross back with a 2-point lead. 22-20. Tilk will serve. As Holy Cross hopes to take game number 2 here. Decent pass that time by St. Joe's. They go back to Schroeder. And that's blocked straight down.
On that one, long distance set from Soretsky and Cross. Both blockers do a good job of reading the set. They're there and they're solid, and they make no mistake on Schroeder, who's hitting that cross court with that cross body kind of motion, and the blockers are there and solid and get the stuff.
Very good penetration that time from both blockers. You often worry about a ball that gets set past the antenna or close to the antenna that your left side blocker wants to go chase it, but that was not the case in this circumstance.
And St. Joe's hanging around again. They just can't seem to string it together when it counts. They're only down 3 here. Another good timeout from Coach Thompson. Hopefully they get a miss for them. But for Holy Cross, just staying steady, putting pressure on them with good serving and running the offense effectively.
23-20. Holy Cross leads game number 2. There's a gentleman trying to whoop up the Holy Cross faithful across the way. Tilk will serve. Good serve. Decent pass by St. Joe's. They go outside. Evertman tips the ball, but he is under the net.
Yeah, tough break for St. Joe's on that one from Evertman. Ball set not too bad a location, but hitter just late getting there and has to drift to try and get to the ball, and his foot goes under the center line.
24-20. Tilk to serve for game number 2 for Holy Cross. Again, not so good a pass and miscommunication there by St. Joe's. The second game goes to Holy Cross.
A tough break for St. Joe's. They were right there. You kind of hate it to end that way. But they did some good things again in that match. Difference probably Holy Cross and Listwin got at least 4 or 5, a run of 4 or 5, right? And if they can try and get to him early and prevent those Holy Cross servers from getting a run of points, I think they'll be in a good position. And if you're Holy Cross, you're not changing anything. Offense is working well, and as long as your servers can continue to put pressure on them, you're in a good place.
We'll be back with game number 3 in a minute. And we're back at St. Joe's for game number 3 of the Senior Boys High School Volleyball Championships. Holy Cross has won game number 1 and game number 2. 25-16, game number 1, 25-20, game number 2. So St. Joe's needs to turn things around here. They will serve first with Schroeder. Adam, again, what do you tell, if you're Coach Thompson, what do you tell your team between games?
I think status quo again, right? But we got to find a way to try and finish things. We got to get to Listwin early and Thorson early when they're back there serving for cross. We need side outs right away. We can't give up a run of 4 or 5. If we can eliminate that, we're going to have a chance at the end, and we just got to finish after 20 points.
And if you're Coach Chong, what do you say to your team?
Yeah, we got to maintain, right? We got to continue to serve aggressively, put St. Joe's passers in trouble, and run our offense effectively, right? There they get the fake penetration on Joe's. They've been running a 6-2, right? St. Joe's blockers don't pick it up. They score an easy point.
I think Schroeder took your advice and went to the standing float, but the dump kill that time by Lindsley. He'll serve. 1-0, game number 3. Spin serve down the line. Great pass that time. Back set to Schroeder. He goes along with that.
That tough break from Schroeder. Great pass. And again, we got Lindsley back there serving. They get the pass, but they can't side out. They need to get to him right away here.
We've got a substitution for the libero for St. Joe's. Brett Hildebrand is now playing libero. Tight pass again. And a bit of a slow kill that time from Thorson.
Yeah, Soretsky does all he can in front row, right, to turn and get up and try and get a stuff block. Good roll shot over top of the block, finds the back line.
And the tough serving for Holy Cross continues. And the difficult passing for St. Joe's continues. And that one's in the net. St. Joe's looking for a little life here.
Yeah, for sure. They're only down 2 here. If they can get on a little bit of a run, and we've seen Cross at times and their service reception falter.
Everettman with the serve. And there's a bit of a boost, perhaps.
Carlson, right, just a little bit lazy on that ball. Probably could have cleared his body a little bit and passed that underhand. Elects to take it overhand and just doesn't do a good enough job.
2-3, St. Joe's trails. Again, a tough pass from Holy Cross. And Wagner with the kill from the left side.
Yeah, good set from Lindsay on a pass that's a little bit less than ideal, and good swing from Wagner. Keeps the ball in play, hits it with a bit of velocity and gets a kill.
Thorson will serve for Holy Cross. He's done a very good job serving tonight. 4 serving 2. Bit of a roll shot that time, passed well. Outside it goes to Clausen, off the block and down.
A good play from Clausen. Seems to be a little bit of a disconnect at times from Joe's, whether Soretsky's setting the ball a little bit too tight. I don't necessarily think he is, but the St. Joe's attackers need to be more aggressive and try and get their feet there and get some good swings.
Erlinson with the serve. Bit of a short pass that time. That's Listwin with the kill.
Yeah, great force from Ben to Listwin, and he makes no mistake one-on-one. And that time, the timing was real good on the force, and he good quick arm and hits a good angle shot.
Listwin will serve at 5 serving 3. Holy Cross in front, game number 3. Again, they took the first 2 games.
That's a great serve from Listwin, right? Going at the libero, you could see some communication issues from St. Joe's. Again, missing a guy, so some different players in there, but Listwin saw it right away and just hammered a serve right at him, gets the point.
6-3. Tough cross-court serve again. Outside they go to Hildebrand, or to Clausen. Dug that time by Thorson. And there's a kill down the line.
It's It's a great play from Cross, right? Good ball out to the antenna and a great line shot from Carlson. He hammers that ball down the line. Soretsky put up a block, but again, he's one-on-one. He's got to leave something. That time he elected to leave line and got burned.
Thorson with a very, very good dig in the back row there for Holy Cross. 7-3. Tough serve again. Good pass that time. Outside they go to Clausen. Blocked at the net. And a bit of panic there from St. Joe's.
Yeah, so if you're Clausen, you know, in this rotation, they're not going to use Funk or don't seem to want to be too interested in using him. There's two blockers there. So this is where, again, you got to hit a shot. High hands, sharp cross, roll shot, ball off the hands, out of bounds is good too.
Tough pass this time. Again, free ball coming to Holy Cross. Good pass from Thorson. Back set to Wagner.
Now Wagner, cross court again, right? The Holy Cross hitters are doing a good job when they're one-on-one. St. Joe's blockers, again, when you're going to be one-on-one, you got to take away some court. And so, like to see them maybe not necessarily reaching, because it's tougher for high school players to be able to jump high enough to reach a whole bunch, but get your feet in a better position so that you're taking away a better angle, and hopefully you're going to get a stop block here or there when you're one-on-one.
If I'm a defender in position one, so in other words, right back on St. Joe's, I'm coming way off that sideline right now. So I need to stay perimeter. Wagner hits the ball with topspin, but he hits the ball deep. If I'm playing perimeter defense, I'm much more likely to dig that ball.
Yeah, that's another good point too. And if you're in the right position as well, it's easy to determine if the ball's above your waist that it's out of bounds on that sideline. It's much more difficult if you're inside the court.
So Holy Cross is out to a 9-3 lead here in Shaw TV's coverage of the Senior Boys High School Volleyball Championships. They lead the match 2-0, and they look like they're on their way to a bit of a sweep here. Listman to serve. And there's a high school timeout that worked.
Yeah, for sure, great timeout. Try and take advantage if you're St. Joe's, one of the few misses from Listman.
Soretsky needs to get a bit of a run going here for St. Joe's if they want to get back in this game. Passed well by Thorson.
I didn't like the decision from Ben there. It was a great pass. He could have just set the ball.
Nathan Soretsky, server for St. Joe's.
And he's back row as well.
Yeah, as Coach Gavlis has pointed out. Soretsky to serve. Deeper serve and out of bounds. No run this time from St. Joe's, sorry.
That tough break if you're Joe's, right? You're trying to put pressure on him. It's not a bad miss, but again, coming at not the greatest of times.
Wagner will serve for Holy Cross. Jump float into the net.
And I think Marcus's foot was all over the line on that one too. So whether it was a foot violation or a ball into the net side out.
Clausen will serve. He has been one offensive bright spot for St. Joe's tonight. Jump float.
That's a great serve. Real good jump float. Kind of a little bit of a cross body shot. Hits it to one. No passer there for Holy Cross.
7-10. St. Joe's still hanging close here in game number 3. They need to turn it around pretty quickly though. Again, a tough pass by Holy Cross. Free ball coming to St. Joe's. Good pass that time from Clausen. They go back to Schroeder. And that's blocked at the net.
Yeah, tough break for Schroeder. Maybe a ball that he'd like to have a little bit higher, but nonetheless, when he has that cross body kind of motion, it's real tough for him to go line. So he goes cross court and doesn't get it.
Carlson will serve for Holy Cross. 11-7. Tight set again. And that ball's down, that time by Thorson.
Yeah, not a great set from Soretsky, right? His feet just not there fast enough. And again, pressure by Holy Cross servers on St. Joe's passers. They got to try and give Soretsky a better ball to set here.
12-7, Carlson to serve. Good pass this time by Everman. Funk with the attack, but dug by Holy Cross. Back set again to Schroeder, and now it's in the net.
That tough rotation here for St. Joe's, right? Not real comfortable going on the high ball, it looks like. Funk gets a swing, isn't able to get a kill. Back to Schroeder, and he doesn't get one either.
Holy Cross out to a 13-7 lead, game number 3. They won the first 2 games. Schroeder with the set outside to Evertman, and that's off the block and down. Kill Evertman.
Yeah, and maybe they should have made that set earlier, right? Sometimes you kind of outthink yourself a little bit, and Evertman does a great job of getting a kill there.
Sassy into the game for St. Joe's. He'll serve for Funk. He was the libero in the first 2 games for St. Joe's. We'll see if he can turn things around for St. Joe's. They trail 8-13. Good serve, passed well by Holy Cross. Outside to Thorson, and there's a block.
It's a great block from Schroeder. Gets out to the line and then reaches back in to take away the seam and gets a stop block.
Gave Thorson a little stare through the net there. Maybe that'll turn things around for St. Joe's in terms of their emotion here.
Yeah, you're looking for anything, and that miss certainly won't help them, but that was a great block.
It was a great block. Funk back into the game. Ross Tilk will serve. 14-9, Holy Cross leads game number 3. Schroeder with a good pass. They go to Hildebrand, who's tight. Dug easily by Wagner. And that's Thorson with the kill.
A great shot there from Thorson. Schroeder got him the first time. This time he goes line and gets the kill.
Tilk to serve at 15-9. Not a good pass from Clausen that time. Back set to Schroeder. Off the block, but Doug. Roll shot that time by Thorson. Dug by St. Joe's. Tilk with the pass. Dug again by St. Joe's. Tight pass again, or set. And the ball was off the antenna, point to Holy Cross.
Yeah, just, again, those out-of-system balls taking off a little bit on St. Joe's. Ball's just too tight, and they can't get a swing out of it. Need to back that off a little bit if they can.
Better pass from Schroeder. They go pipe to Clausen, but that's in the net.
And 3 blockers up from Holy Cross. Clausen not with a lot of room to maybe swing and hit something, but he takes a rip at it and doesn't get it.
So Coach Thompson takes the timeout. And right now, 17-9. Holy Cross has jumped out to a big lead. They had a big lead in game number 1. We saw a very, very tight game in game number 2. But they seem to be well on their way to a city championship here on Shaw TV.
I think it's difficult now if you're St. Joe's, right, to try and find a way to at least get a side out of this rotation and then go back and try and put a string of points together. That's all you can do. They battled hard, and for Cross, that pressure from the service line has been great. Offensively, they've been great, and they've done a better job in the second and third set defensively as well. Pretty complete performance from them so far.
So again, 17-9, game number 3. Tilk will continue to serve for the Crusaders as they try to wrap up the city championship here at St. Joseph High School. Good serve that time. Hildebrand out of the middle. Doug this time. And everything seems to be going Cross's way now.
Yeah, it's a great play from Cross, right, on transition. Maybe not a perfect dig, but still a good dig on a middle attack nonetheless. Lindsley tracks it down, puts the ball in a hittable spot, and they get a swing for a kill.
Better pass from Schroeder that time. They go to Hildebrand. Soretsky not setting that ball high enough.
Yeah, exactly, and good decision, right? Just got to execute on it. Got to put the ball in his wheelhouse and let Erlandson get a swing on it.
And Tilk finally misses one. So a glimmer of hope here for St. Joe's.
Yeah,
Schroeder will serve.
Small ray of sunshine. Hopefully he's not going to bring the spin serve.
It's a good tough serve. Free ball coming to St. Joe's, perhaps. Okay, Thorson with the kill.
That was a great play from Will Gray. Libero from Cross tracks the ball down, and not only tracks it down, but puts it in a spot that again is hittable, and Cross gets a swing. Thorson gets another kill.
20 serving 10. Lindsay with the serve. just out the back.
Another break here for Joes, right? Just trying to string something together. Any kind of glimmer of hope that you can get.
They have struggled to string things together, largely because they haven't been able to make 3 or 4 serves in a row here. Evertman will serve, though. Good serve down the line, passed well by Holy Cross.
A good set, good pass, and a good swing again. Lindsley makes a great back set, and Thorson one-on-one, just doing a lot of damage out there.
Also serving.
Thorson will serve now, 21-11. Cross-court serve, not a good pass. Outside they go to Clausen. And that's off the defense and out of bounds.
And that was a good set, a better set from Soretsky in terms of location. One thing he could try to do on those balls is get his body facing where he wants to set it. And Clausen with a great swing there.
Erlandson will serve. And that's into the net.
Yeah, tough break again for Joes, right? We keep saying first contact so important for them. They got to keep balls in play from the service line. They got to try and pass 3 balls to Soretsky so that he can run the offense.
And it doesn't get any easier with Listman serving. Good serve, tight pass. Holy Cross runs free ball. And that's Thorson out of the back row.
They run that pipe really effectively. Again, they haven't set tilt too much, but they're getting Dylan Funk from St. Joe's to kind of jump with the first guy and then not have time to get up on the pipe a second time.
23-12, Holy Cross leads game number 3. And that's in the net.
Yeah, they got such a big cushion now. That one doesn't hurt too much.
Soretsky will serve.
Soretsky up to serve for the Guardians.
He'll need to put a double figures run on the go here if St. Joe's has any chance. And it's just out the back, and I mean just out the back, yeah.
Yeah, tough break, decent serve. You're trying to string together points, you're looking for anything.
So Wagner will serve at match point here, 24-13. Jump float, tough one, tight pass, tilt with the kill. And Holy Cross are your city champions for 2017.
A little bit of revenge for Cross, right? Last year they were the favorite, Joe's the underdog, and Joe's comes in and upsets them, and this time they are the favorite. And congratulations to Holy Cross, they finished the job.
So they take the first game 25-16, game number 2 25-20, and game number 3 in a convincing 25-13 3-set win. Congratulations, Holy Cross Crusaders, and we hope you have enjoyed Shaw TV's coverage of the Senior Boys Volleyball City Championships here in Saskatoon.